Hello everyone, this is Professor Maloney, and today I'm going to be creating another demonstration video, this one on Microsoft Excel Module 3, the Module 3 project at the MindTap site for this class. As I did with the two project demonstration videos from Microsoft Word and the first project demonstration video I did from Microsoft Excel, I'll demonstrate about half the tasks. Again, I do that to give you, about half of the answers so that you can just go from there and complete the project. And obviously, the goal should be to make a 100 on the project. Okay. This particular module will be more difficult, perhaps, than the first module. But really, in Excel, the way they do it is they just have topics, right? And the first topic, yes, the first module, in other words, was fairly generic in that it was just starting to demonstrate and starting to want us to demonstrate that we could do certain calculations, using functions, and in some cases just using cell references. In this particular project, it's going to be doing something that's more specific to a part of Excel. I don't know that until I get over to it, but I shall do that now. All righty. So I'm going to stop sharing me and go to sharing my content. Okay. I hope this video will be no more than 40 minutes, but we'll have to obviously see. So over here in class, so first let me make sure I'm recording though. So I am recording, good. And I am sharing, excellent. So it's where I want to be. So now I'm going to go over to our MindTap site for this class, okay? And go to Students Start Here. And students click here to go to MindTap. As always, launch the content. All right, let's see, Excel. So module 3, let's see where you guys are. Now this is October the 19th. I believe I said that all your Excel work is, I want to say it's due on November 2nd. And then the 3rd would be the exam, I believe. But I'm not going to verify. Actually, I will verify. Here's the, right here. So the exam is November 3rd. So all these things are due exactly 2 weeks from today, my recording date. All right. Okay, so in module 3, all right, so module 3 is working with large worksheets, charting, and also what-if analysis. So this is for sure more complicated than what we did in module 1 and also in module 2. So creating a worksheet and a chart was the first module. Then we did some formulas, although there were some formulas, obviously. And then module 2, there were formulas, functions, and formatting. And module 3 is this one, working with large worksheets, charting, and what-if analysis. And then module 4 is financial functions, data tables, and amortization schedules. So they're all, working on different components or different parts of Excel. But this is what we're going to do. And it looks like 2 of you have completed this project thus far. So congratulations to those 2 students. And they averaged a 95. So it's possible one person got 100, one got a 90, both got a 95. Maybe one got a 98, one got a 92, but obviously very, very good averages. So congratulations to those 2 students. All right, so let me click on it and see what we can do. Oh, sorry, on the project, that is. All right, so I'm going to start the project, and it's obviously the same as what we've done on the 2, well, in your case, the 4 projects you had to do from Microsoft Word and the other 2 projects from Excel. So if you're doing all these things in order, this is your now your 7th project. As you remember in the assignment details, it tells you maximum number of submissions allowed is 3. So assuming you have not done it yet, which I haven't, then there's 3 remaining, and we click Start to begin the assignment. Okay. All right. Let me make sure my volume's right. My volume seems good. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to download the Word document, the instructions, and download the start file. Okay. So now I'm going to go over here and just say show in the folder and just go on over to get out of that part. Okay. So I'm in downloads All right, and in my downloads, I have my instruction file right here and my start file right here. So let's open up our instructions file. Okay, I got a lot of Word documents open right now, and I need all this. I'm going to have to close them down so I can do what I like to do, and hopefully they're all going to save. Or hopefully they are saved, I should say. And get rid of that. All right, so here's my instructions and my while loop. I think I did that too. I'm going to hopefully, all right, it's saved. Okay, so now enable editing here, just that's the way I always do it, okay? And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and then just kind of push to the left to make it take half my screen size. And I now want to download, I've already downloaded, I think, the Excel file. So here's the Excel file. The ones down here, by the way, are when I demonstrated module 1 last week. All right, so here is the start file. Okay. All right, so with the start file, I need to enable the editing for sure because this is the one that I have to do the work on. Okay, and I'm going to again take it and just run it to the right so that now I have on the left, I have now when I do this again, on the left I've got the instructions. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's my Excel payment function. Shoot, that's not the one I want. No, I don't need to save that. Let's see, where am I? This one. Okay, so this one here, make it go to the right. So here's your Excel worksheet, workbook really on the right, okay? And over here on the left are the instructions. And remember at the end of the instructions, it shows you a picture of the results. So this is what the results should be. So let's make that a little bit bigger, just kind of give you a whole good view of that. Try. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Obviously, we can see we've got some kind of chart here in the bottom. This thing right here is called a sparkline. So they're using sparklines. And other than that, I don't see too much other than obviously we're going to be doing some calculations and chart sparkline down here as well. So sparkline, sparkline, sparkline. So under this trend, there's quite a few sparklines, and then there's a regular chart, in this case, estimating sales between July and December. All right, so that is that. And let's see how many steps there are. So 14 is the last one, and I normally demonstrate about half. So 7 would be half, but the first 5 or 6 may be 1 point less in value than the second 5 or 6 or 7. So what I'll do is try to perhaps go into part of number 8, depending on how many steps there are in 8. Let's see it. There's 3 steps. If I do 1 or 2 of them, that'd probably get me to the halfway point. Maybe I'll just finish number 8. Okay. All right. So on number 8 right now is on the large side, meaning at the large font, and on the right is our Excel workbook. So now let's go to the instructions as always. So it says open the file. It's one with last name _1, and in this case it's up here in the top right view. I'm on _1. So this is the file, and they want me to save it just like we did every other project you've done. You have to save it. So file, save as, and I'll make it go to wherever we are in this class. Let's see here, we go to this PC, we'll go to the way I do it, Windows C drive, users, Maloney, and you guys are on my desktop, and you're in MDC. You don't have to worry about the way I go, obviously, you just, as long as you know where it is, you're A-OK. So file 2022, CGS1060. So here's the one I did again on the 12th. This was module 1. So here's this one. But what do? See, it's got to be like this one up here, module 2. So click to the end of the file name where I'm hovering right now. Click that and make sure you click to the right as opposed to having it all selected. And you just want to get rid of the 1. So backspace through the 1 and change it to a 2. Exactly the same thing we did before. Save the workbook. So now I have the workbook saved, okay? So that's instruction here in getting started. And remember, you do not get any credit for doing the getting started portion. You get steps, credit for doing your project steps. Okay. Okay. So I've now opened the file. I saved the file as this second part here. And it says, if you do not see, remember, just like it always does, if you do not see, in this case, the Excel SX file extension, do not add it. I go to the right. Do not type it, right? You don't type it in, because if you have Office on your computer, then your Excel files will save automatically as .xlsx. So you do not type it again. All right. Now, with the file opened, still open, ensure that your first and last name is displayed in cell B6 of the documentation sheet. So there's a sales sheet and there's a documentation sheet. In the documentation sheet, they want to make sure that in cell B6, so here's cell B, here's row 6, in the name box it says B6, and it has my first and last name. Yours will obviously have your first and last name, and I know nobody in this class would cheat, right? True. Not one of you would cheat. I know that for a fact. But I always have to remind you that the way this Excel file is saved and verified is not from what's typed in this author box, but what is associated with that name. In my case, there's an embedded employee ID for Miami-Dade College. That number must match up with this name. In your case, your name would have to match up with your student ID. It's embedded in the worksheets so that you'll never see where it is. But if you change anything and then you submit a file that was somebody else's, both people would get a 0 on it, and I would get a notification that this file came from this person, because it's obvious, it's embedded, and it's embedded not to your name but to your student ID. All right, but you know that. So that's that. So I'm A-okay with the getting started. So now it's the project steps, right? All right, so Lindsay Sawyer. I got it a little bit too big, I guess, but really I want to show it large at the beginning so we can kind of see everything. So I'm going to just like horizontally go over a little bit, right? So Lindsay Sawyer, I'm on project step 1, is the Director of Recruiting and Business Development for Ray Bridge Recruiting in Washington, D.C. She has been analyzing sales and commissions for recruiters in an Excel workbook and has asked you to help her complete the analysis. Go to the sales worksheet. Okay. Go to the sales worksheet. Rename the sales worksheet as sales and dividends, not with a comma, but sales and dividends, which is a more accurate name is what they're saying. Okay. All right. So you see on the right side, this is the Excel file. On the bottom, that's the sales worksheet. So you click it so that you see what you see in my view here. It's the start, obviously, of the Excel file that we're going to be modifying. So it's called sales. If you do not change it to sales and dividends, you'll get a 0 no matter how much of the other work you do. And this is extremely important. You must name it exactly like this. So what you do is you either double click on the worksheet sales, or you right click, rename. Okay, so right click, rename, or just double click. If either way, then you're going to type sales with a capital S, a space, the and word, space, and then dividends with a capital D. So here we go. I'll just double click it. Okay, so now it's selected on the bottom, and I'm going to say sales, capital S, space, small a-n-d, capital D, and then I-V-I-D-E-N-D-S. Verify your spelling this way. Again, you don't put the comma. So sales and dividends. I promise you at least one person, not at least, but probably one person in the class will misspell this, or they will not do this step. This step, even though it's the easiest step most likely in the whole document, if you don't spell it correctly, you'll get a 0 on everything else, even if you do them all right, but not because they're being mean to you, but because every reference to all these project steps are referring to the sales and dividends worksheet. So if yours says sales, like it used to say, or yours has small S-A-L-E-S and dividends, that's not correct. You know, it has to be this for you to be able to get credit. So be very careful, please. When you name it, base it on my video here and make sure you have it, sales and dividends. Okay, So that's done. So step number 1 off about 8 is done. Now it says unfreeze column A. So it is not displayed when you scroll horizontally. Okay, so this is column A right here going up and down. You see this, there's also a line, a very visible line on the right side of that whole column. What that means is, see, none of the others have that all the way like this one does. Okay, so what this is, it's telling me that this column is frozen, meaning this. Watch as I go to the bottom of this sheet if I can. Let's see if I can't. I can't click enough. What the heck? Okay, let's see. I'm still clicking this way. Yeah, so I have to just click small bits at a time. But you notice I'm in now column E, F, G. I'll keep doing this 3 or 4 more times. But you notice what is still there. So now I'm way over to O and N and M here, but column A stays. Okay, like you don't see B, C, D anymore, but A is permanently there because it's frozen on purpose. Okay, all right. So they're saying unfreeze column A. So how in the heck are we going to unfreeze a column in Excel? Well, it's a view option. Okay, so go up here to the top again. So we want this to not be frozen, and then I'll demonstrate it the same way again. So you go to view, okay, and then in the view, you'll see a freeze panes area. So view tab on the home ribbon, down arrow of freeze panes, and it says, here's your choices. Unfreeze the panes. Well, A is frozen. We want to unfreeze it. So we don't want to freeze the top row. We don't want to freeze the first column. They've already frozen the first column, by the way. They did that, but it's already done. We want to undo it. So when I click this unfreeze, you look for this line, this, vertical up and down line, just to the left of T, just to the right of Ray Bridge, and then all the way down, it'll be gone. Okay, see, so now it's gone. Now watch when I scroll from left to right on this scroll bar in the bottom. So I can only go a couple at a time, but you'll see already A is gone, and I'm only in K. Go a couple more. You see B, but you don't see A. All right, so it's unfrozen. So we've done 2 steps. Hit your save. Okay. All right, so that is done. So now I want you to also, though, verify. Remember, I say always look at the picture. Where's the picture? The picture is in the instructions file, which is the left file, and it's at the bottom. So let's scroll down. So now you see here, I'm way down low on purpose to show you that the sales worksheet is now sales and dividends. Then look at mine on the right, sales and dividends, capital S, capital D, everything else the way, lowercase, and including, of course, an S on dividend, for dividends, and an S, 2 S's, but, the small s on sales. So you have sales and dividends. All right. Okay. And then the second thing I just did was the unfreeze. You won't necessarily notice the unfreeze, but here you don't see that line I was talking about that was there, that vertical all the way up and down. So that's that. All right. All right. Let's do more. So that was 1 and that was 2. Now 3, middle align the contents of the merged cell A1. So let me scroll to the left again. A1 is this. Wait, that's A1. What? Let me see here. Unfreeze column A. So it's unfrozen. B3, no. Middle align the contents of the merged cell A1. Where the heck? All right, here's A1. I don't see where the heck I am in A1. Oh, okay, so A1, when I click A1, all this over here, you see I'm clicking in I1 in effect, and it's really, it looks like I2 too, but it is I1 because they just made it taller. So anywhere I click, as long as I do a single click and it doesn't change from A1, it means all of this is a merged cell. So now they want me to middle align the contents off. It looks like to me it is middle aligned, but we'll see. So where's your middle line? You go to your home. Here's your alignment. And it is middle aligned. So I think they already did that for us. Interesting. Wait a minute. Yeah, now I took it away. So that's middle align. So in my opinion, that was done. I mean, unless I'm missing something. Let's see. Middle align the contents to improve the appearance of the worksheet title. Let's go again, click out of there, and let's see if it says Ray Bridge Recruiting at the bottom. I got this one again. Ray Bridge Recruiting, and then under that is Sales Report. And Ray Bridge, the logo is to the left, and it looks like that. I think it's done. See, that's, yeah. So that's a merged cell. So if I go back to this home tab here, it's definitely a merged cell already. And all they wanted me to do was align it in the center, but it seems to me perhaps they made a mistake and it was already done. We shall see. All right, so back up. That was number 3. Number 4. In cell B3, so let's go to B and let's go to 3. So right here, so they have a label. You see in A3 last updated, and they're going to want us to put the date right here in B3. So they're saying, this is number 4. In cell B3, insert a formula that uses the now function to display today's date. All right. So remember, when you use any formula, it starts with an equal sign. So you type, you go to B3, remember, and look here, B3, and then equal, but they want the now function. So I told you in class that functions, you don't need to capitalize them. They'll capitalize themselves. So equal now, and you always have an open and a closing parenthesis. So equal now in B3 is what you type, and then you just enter that. Okay. And you see now the date is listed as 10/19/2022. And down here on this one, it's 12/23/2020. So they did this almost 2 years ago, you know, when they were putting together these, this, because it's using Office 2019, and they made this particular project or demonstrated it here on December 23, 2020. But we put now. Now means today. And when you do that, that's the date that pops up. Now, there are ways we can play with that number, but we don't need to worry about that at this point. But you see it's in date. If it wasn't, or if they wanted us to change to what they call a short date or a long date or different dates, we could do that. But we want it exactly the way it is. So equal now, open parenthesis, close parenthesis in cell B3. All right. And again, I'll just enter that. All right. So that's number 3. Number 4, I think. All right. Now, number 5, fill the range. So we're filling a range with the formatting from a different range to use a consistent number format for the sales data. So they're saying, this is number 5. So fill the range with the formatting from a different range. Fill this range. I think what we have to do then is go to this one first, the from the range first. So B6 to B10 from the range. Yeah. All right. So B6 is right here. See, this range here has dollar signs. The ones to the right do not. So that's probably what we're going to be taking. So we can probably do this way. So this one here, and we want to fill the range until number 10. All right, so, oh wait, no, that's not it, sorry. 5, yeah, that's it. So B6 to B10. So I'm taking this range, so B6 to B10. I'm gonna do that. And when I select it, then there's fill options down here in the bottom. So you select, I believe, this one. They may say it's this one, but it's, when you read these things, you got to be very careful. It says fill the range C6 to G10. Well, here's C6 to G10 over here. I can't fill that range with something unless I first tell it what range to copy. And this is the one they want me to copy. And by the way, when I did that, the fill option, you know, the fill handle to pull it down, you notice I didn't say, but every number changed. But don't worry, we're going to take care of that from this autofill options. Okay. All we really want is the formatting. But because we started in one cell, B6, there was no trend for the numbers, so it's going to automatically copy that first one down. But here we're going to click, okay? All right, so now what do we want to do? So let's go back to 6 over here while that's up. So 6 says, or 5 says, fill the range with the formatting from that to use a consistent number formatting. So we want fill formatting only. Probably we want this one. So I'm going to click fill formatting only. Okay. And then where do I want to fill it? Oh, wait, you know what? This may not fill that. Wait a minute. So I copied this from B6 to B10. And then I want to do fill without formatting. I want fill formatting. But so I selected that formatting. I mean, in my mind, I got to go over here, but maybe not. Copy cells. Copy cells is not right. Let me go down and look at the picture again. See if I can. This is. Let's see. So it was B6 to B10. So B6, yeah. See, they all have dollar signs now. So I may undo that one. I'm going to undo one more time. Okay, I think I'm undone. All right, so I want from B6, I want to copy that over here. So, that's just a number. So I don't want to copy that number over to this number. I want the formatting. What's going on? You know what? I may have to do it from, let me go up here to my copy choice. Copy. No. Wow. All right, so this is one I may have to open the training, but I don't like to have to do that. So this one here, I mean, I could make it with dollars over here, but they want me to copy it from this here. Let me read that thing one more time. So number 5, yeah, 5. So fill the range C6 to G10. Maybe I should first click over here then. So B6, G10. Let me do it that way and see. With the formatting. So let's copy, let's go in here. Formatting. Formatting. No, this is setting up things we don't want to do. We want to take it from here, crying out loud. With the formatting from this range B6 to B10. Fill the range with this formatting. I really think I have to take all of this. So that is the range they want me to take. Now they want me though to only fill the formatting. No, because that one's already done. I have to undo that again. Let me look at the picture, figure out where we are. All right, so it's got 98, 74, 31, 18. I'm looking over here. 98, 74, 31, 18. It's got dollar signs, and it's 222, 460, 58. So for sure, that's what they want. And the values over here are all the same, but they're just formatted now. How do I copy a format? Let me see if I can, if there's a choice here. Let me just right click and say copy. You know what? Let me go up here. So here, let me say copy. Copy as picture. No. So let's go formatting. I want to base this on that. I want to copy formatting only. And now let's see if there's another choice under quickly and easily analyze your data. No, I don't want to do that. So then let's go here again, fill formatting. So then I think I have to copy that first. You know what? Let me try it one more way. Let me click over here and go up here in my copy and say copy. I'll just say copy anyway. And then fill formatting only maybe. Okay. And then there. Okay, this is what this is it. So B6 or C6 to C10. So now that, and now I change this to fill formatting only. Uh-oh, no, it didn't darn well do it. Nope. So again, undo, undo. All right, you know what? I'm going to come back to this one. Sorry about that, guys, because it's easy, but it, you know, it is what it is. So that was, unless the next one is going to build on this. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to select number 5 and go into my font group and highlight it maybe. Text highlight. So that, because I haven't done it. Okay. All right. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. Lindsay wants to show the sales trend for each position and month from January to June. So that's fine. Provide the information as follows. So in cell H6, okay, I don't think H6 is going to be dependent on B and C. So I think it's probably okay. So I'll click in H6. Okay. So H6. All right, and then in H6, what do we want to do? Insert a line sparkline based on the data in the range B6, in the range B6 to G6. So over here, and then I'm going to be in, okay, it's only going to be using numbers, even though this one's not formatted correctly. I think that'll be okay. All right, so you click this cell here, and then we want to do an insert, because they're saying insert. Where the heck am I? Insert the line. So anytime it says insert, click insert. Okay, and then here's spark lines. So we want to insert a line. All right, so this one here. Okay, now it's going to say choose the data that you want. So insert that based on the data in B6 to G6. So in here, I'm going to be here, and I'll say B6 to G6. Okay, right there. So now that's the data that we want. Okay, and then put it in H6. Okay, so enter that and just say okay. By the way, these dollar signs, what that means is always use whatever this formula ends up being for the other ones after we copy it. So it's called the absolute cell reference. But anyway, so say okay. Okay, so we have the spark line. Now, use the fill handle to fill the range H7, H10 without formatting. Okay, so here, same thing again, we may have an issue. So H7 to H10, so down to there. All right, so that's there, but we want without formatting. Let's see, so you click on the little button to the bottom right that I'm hovering on right now, and it says without formatting. So click the without formatting. Okay, all right, based on the contents of H6. So that's done. Now they want us though to change a color. All right, so here, so once we are on a, in a spark line, it's going to, like if we click it, it's going to then open up what we can do with these spark lines. So spark line is now on this thing here. So we have to just figure out what they want. So now they want, so I did that, change the color of the spark lines to dark purple. So I'm just going to make sure they're all selected again. So from here to here, okay? And now I just want to go to my styles. So let's see if this is the marker color, sparkline color, and they want me to, so it's probably this one. So H6 to H10, H6 to H10, and they want it to be dark purple, text 2, and the theme color, so 4th column, 1st row. All right, so in here, 4th column, 1st row. So 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns. So here's the 4th column, and it says dark purple, text 2, so I'm going to click that one. Okay, so that is now that, or it should be. So let's go look at theirs. So that does not, actually, I can't tell that this one looks more purplish than mine. So I've got it again, but to me that looks sort of right. Let's see, go in here. I'm on that one for sure. Theme color. Now the question is, what did they say again in the instruction? So number 6, and you notice again, remember, I don't go through these things like you guys have to do with your trainings, because I know most of these things. I mean, I can make them work. Anyway, so I inserted the line, the spark line. I did the fill handle. and then change the colors off this color of the spark line. So let me make sure that I've done that. So I'm on spark line. Now let's see if there's nothing for font here. So there's more. This thing here is change the color for negatives, that, and other points. Color for negatives. I don't think that's what they're asking me for. Anyway, you can see it's not that. So for sure, it's only this one, and I did it. So we're okay. In my mind, we're okay anyway. So we'll see, obviously, when we get it graded. Okay, so that's done. What was the next step? Oh, show a high point and a low point, though, to make those values easy. Go again. So number D, high point and a low point to make those values easy to identify. Okay, so now we're still in that area. And you can see them all selected. So I now want to insert a high point. Okay, and they didn't say what on the high point in terms of text colors. But you know what? I wonder if it's going to be that one. So I'll click this just in case, because they're not telling me anything else that they want. So I'm going to, oh, you know what? Now, to me, this one here might be the same as the other, so it may be harder now to see. Okay, so it's got the high point, it's got the high point, the high point, and the high point, and the high point. Again, I'll look over here and see if they have the same kind of look. I don't see a high point selected. Like I don't see the square, so let's make it bigger. And then let's make it go over to it. Oh yeah, there are, but they seem to be a different color. Okay. See, they have a high point and a low point, but I don't see what they've done to make it that way. I mean, I haven't seen the instruction, but anyway, now I'm going to do a low point as well. So you go in this one again, the market and low point, and in my mind, again, the same color. So that one there, column 4, row 1. So now the low point and that point is up. We shall see if it's correct, but sometimes it's a little bit confusing, obviously, in terms of what they're trying to get. All right, so that was number 6, I think. Yeah, 6. So let me scroll this back over a bit. All right, let's see. So it said change the color of the spark lines in the range to that. I really think I did that to emphasize that. And then show a high point and a low point, but they're not saying to make them, I mean, other than they're making them easier to identify, but they are easy to identify, but the colors may not look the same as theirs. Again, we'll see. All right, first row of the theme colors pound. All right, so that's all there in my mind. So now copy the formula. Let's see, this is number 7. Copy the formula in cell I6 and paste it in the range I7, pasting only the number formatting. So again, let's go slide this over a bit. So copy the formula in I6. Let's go to I, okay, and go to 6. So I6, all right, let's see. Where are we? Copy the formula and paste it in the range I7 to I10. So in this case, they're not saying to use the fill handle. So I'm going to go look again at theirs. So I 6 through 10. So there's I, and that's 6 through 10. So we see the 533. Well, all those others are there. I think it's probably just a normal fill handle, but I'm not positive. We'll just see this way. So that has those values. But you know what? All these look darker in theirs. Again, I'm assuming they're going to make me bold these later maybe. But I think everything looks fine. The color just may be a little bit off for a lot of reasons, I guess. One being the when they make the pictures and put them into our documents. But we'll see. All right, so we have that anyway. We have all the dollars. So I think that's A-OK. So that was number 7. So go back up here, move over to the left a bit. And I said there were 14, right? So I'm going to do, I said I'd try to do 8, I believe, or 8.5 or 7.5 to make sure I get half. So 7 anyway. Oh, I haven't done number 5, so I still got to go back. Okay, so number 8. Lindsay wants to determine how the sales of each month contributed to the total sales. So she's saying in cell, they're saying in cell B13, insert a formula without a function that divides the total sales. So in B13, let's go to B13. So here's B, Here's 13. Here's 13. All right, so we're out of that. Okay, B13. All right, so I'm in B13, 8. Insert a formula without using a function that divides the total sales by that. So in other words, it's equal B10 / I10. So here, equal, okay? And you don't need to use anything other than the cell references because they're saying without a function. So equals, and I'll just point and click at B10, so this, and then a /, and if you prefer, you can just type equal B10, and then a / by, so this is what we're dividing by, I10. So here's I, and here's 10, okay? So let's see, 8. In cell B13, I'm in B13, okay? So in B13, equal B10, divides the total sales by the total sales to date, I10. So equal B10 / I10, yep, that's right. All right, so enter that, 18%, scroll down, let's see if that's 18%. It's 18% here, make it a little bit bigger to see, so 18%, okay. So go back up, make it small. Let's see, that's number 8. So 8A is done. Use an absolute reference. Oh, okay, absolute reference to I10 in the form. Okay, so in this formula, okay, so when they say use an absolute reference, again, you have to do this from your training, but that basically means you put a $sign before the I and a $sign before the 10. And what that means is, you know, the fill handle always bases things on the text to the left or to the right or up or down, depending on how you're copying the formula with the fill handle. But if you wanted to always pick one cell, then you make what they call an absolute reference. And they're saying use an absolute reference to I10. So in this formula, which I have on my formula bar, I'm going to click just to the left of the I and type a $sign. So $I, and then here, then after that, click past the I. Remember, that's not a 1 after the $sign, it's an I, because it's cell I, right? All right, and then a $sign after that I. So now $sign again. So it's equal B10 / $I, $10, and then enter. And now what happens when we use this formula here is always they're going to use I10, which is this total, you know, all the grand total, let's call it that, okay? So equal B10 / $I, $10. Okay, that's done. Oh, I haven't hit my save in a while, I don't think. All right. So let's see, 8, that. Use an app, okay, did that. Use the fill handle to fill the range C13 to G13, C13 to G13 with B13. All right, so here's B13. All right, so again, we just click it and take the fill handle. So you go to where you see the little green square in the bottom right side of the cell. Hover on top of it. Your cursor will turn to a thin black plus sign. Click and drag. And you want to go over to G13. So here's G, and that's all 13. All right, so let go, hit your save. Okay, so now I've done through 8. Okay, so I've done through 8, which for sure is more than enough. But I got to figure out this 5 because we have a problem here, and I didn't want to take long, obviously. But let me. All right, so fill the range with the formatting from the range. Formatting from the range to use. So if I copy formatting only, maybe I got to think here. All right, so I'm going to fill the range there with the range from here. So I'm going to, again, go back C6 to G10. C6. Oops, C6. The range C6 to G10. So really, but I think I do that part first. I mean second, because they're saying with the formatting from this range though. So B6 to B10 is what I need. So B6 to B10. I don't know why the heck. Maybe I should just do it. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do it that way instead. So B6 to B10 rather than the fill handle. I did it with this. And now let's see if I can. You know what? I'll just say. All right, so I got that. All right, let me do it here again. All right, so B6 to B10. And I want to copy that range. So let me just go up to my copy and my choices. So I'm just going to say copy, I guess. Copy. Okay. Now I want to go over here. and I want to copy. Dang it. So in there, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll just let myself not get what do you call it? Because you guys can just go to the training and figure it out. You just look for the one that says fill the range. So there'll be a task in the what do you call it, saying fill the range. Okay. Maybe it'll do like that, and I'll just have to accept the fact that, because I don't want to make this thing too long. But you know what? Like I say, you should always do those first anyway. And I haven't done those other than the 8 I demonstrated in class. And then I went to 8 from unit 1, module 1, 8 from module 2, 8 from 3, and 8 from 4. So I did 32 tasks out of the 140 or so for Excel, or 135. Anyway, so it's really bothering me though, because this, I'm gonna make it smaller. 5. Fill that range with the formatting. Fill the range. So let me hit escape to get out of what I'm already in. Out. Okay. So let me just go to this one. So then let's do it this way. C6 to that. And let's see what the choices are. There's no copy. Let's see if I just say copy. Copy. No. So let me do it on this side, that with that. That. And copy. Copy. And then it's not giving me the other stuff again there. So it wants me to do it the way I did it first, with the fill handle and pull it down. So I will go down and I click. Now it's doing something different. I don't know what's going on. Then fill the range with the formatting from the range in B6 to B10. It's all in here with the copy. Let's see, but there's not enough copy choices now. You know what? On the paste choice is where I'm looking. Maybe, wait, you know what? All right, let's do this again. Do this. Do this. I can't do that. I'm just going to right click and say copy anyway. I'm just going to say copy. So I'm copying that. And I want to paste it right here. So let's see. Here we go. Oh, stupid. Okay. I think this will do it. So they want me to paste, fill the range with the formatting from, so just the formatting. So I got to hover and see which one is formatting. That's paste, formulas. That's not formatting. Keep source formatting, keep source. Maybe that one. Not sure. Let's see. Keep source column width. I know what. Oh, no borders. Transpose. Values. Values and number. Values and source. Paste. Formatting. Wait, formatting? With the formatting. Maybe it's that one. Picture. Okay, I'm going to say this one. Now it's there. So I think that was the answer. So let me go ahead and hit the escape. You may have to watch this a couple times to get that one, but that looks right to me now, because now it's got the dollar signs, but it still has the original number. So let's again go down on the left and verify these numbers. Make it bigger. All right, so 222 and 199. Yeah, these here, they have dollar signs and everything else is right aligned. Okay, and dollar signs and right aligned, which numbers always are. All right, so I'm going to hit this escape. It's possible I get something wrong. Where is it? Okay, I hit my escape. I'm going to hit my save. Okay, let's see. I may get something wrong this time, but I hope that what I just did at the end fixed it. So what I did anyway is so I selected. This is for number 5. So let's go back up just in case this does work, which hopefully it will. My God, these things are not that hard. So fill the range with the formatting from. So when they're talking about fill something, but based on something else, you do the something else first from the range. So I did B6 and I selected the B10. This last time I did anyway. And then I just did right click and I chose copy. Okay. Then I came over to C6 down to C10. And then I had, get out of that yet again. Okay. And that to here. And though here I go into my paste option and I wanted that paste down here, not paste, formatting. This one here. I'm not going to click it now though, because I already did it, and I think I did it right. You know what, I'll do it again. Hopefully it's the same. Okay, hopefully that's right. Let me get out of that cell, escape there, hit my save. Let's upload this file. So save it. Let's go back here, minimize this. Let's go here. Let's go here. All right, so now I want to click to browse for my file. You guys, there. You guys, this is in Homestead Classes, and it's this one, 1012, 1035. Man, this took a lot longer. I hope this one's right. Anyway, so remember, it's the one that ends in a 2, and it should have a very current date and time to what time and date you're doing it. So in my case, in my home computer, it says, oh wait, 1019. Why in the heck is it saying, oh, wrong one, this one, because it's project 3, yeah. So 1019, 1004, and my PC clock on the bottom right here says 1005 and 1019. So it's that one. So I clicked it, it's now here. Then open it. It's going to obviously want to compare the files. So the expected file name is the same as the saved file name. They should match up, and click my submit. I hope I get a darn 50, because 50 would mean I've done everything right. So graded summary report. Report, open the file. Oh, are you kidding? How in the heck? Oh my God. Well, you know what? We're going to fix it. In the sales and that, the contents. Oh, I said A1. It looked weird to me. It looked weird. So, but it was aligned. And I said, why would they already have done it? So in the sales and dividends worksheet, the contents of cell A1 should be formatted using middle alignment. I mean, I don't know what the heck, but I'm going to open that file again. Oh, shoot. Normally, wait, no, that's that file. I want to open the one I did. So I tell you how you fix these things. In here again, oops, no, in here again, in here, MDC, format, file 2022, Homestead Classes. I'm going to open that darn file again. This one, 1019, 1004. Because I was not comfortable with what they were saying, because so here I was saying, here's A1. So right here is A1. So that's cell A1. And it said, format it using middle alignment. But that shows us, I mean, center is middle alignment. Here's alignments. Let's go look at all the alignment choices. Okay, so alignment, we already have merged cell. Text direction, we want alignment horizontal. Let's see what this says. Center. Maybe I got to do it with this one. I don't think so. I mean, because I already have it center aligned, but man, I'll just click this just to see. Horizontal means left to right. So, and I'll say okay, and try to see if anything changes. So it's to the right. This is the one we're looking at, A1. Say okay. See, there's no change. I really don't understand this question, in all honesty. I didn't understand it. Because this thing here, all they should be talking about is this A1. And I'm in A1 right here. A1 goes basically from here, but that's a picture, so it's not showing the box. But in here, this is A1, and all of this is A1. And they said, again, this darn document, let's see. Where's my report? Let me open up the, oh yeah, report. In the sales and dividends worksheet, yes, the contents of A1 should be formatted using middle alignment. Middle alignment. You know what? Oh wait, middle alignment. This is what they're talking about. Okay, stupid. Okay, middle align. This is, yeah, because it's on the bottom. They want it in the middle. Okay, so sorry. So you click that. All right, so it's middle align now. Now I hope that other thing I just did didn't mess that up. If so, we'll do it one more time. All right, so for sure this one is right. Okay, for sure that's right. Now, minimize that again. Where's my report again? This one. Okay, so that's okay. Now, but why didn't this work? In the sales and dividends worksheet, the formatting from the range should be copied to the range. I mean, I did it, even though I did a lot of other things. So maybe I messed it up. Maybe I should have undo a whole bunch of times. But again, if I open up mine, so, and then look at the instructions. I'll just look at their instructions in this one, same thing. So the formatting from the range B6 to B10 should be copied to the range C6 to, Oh, C6, C6 to G10. C to G. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I think I went up and down. Okay, I think I went up and down, like B to B, but here they're saying C6 to G10. Yeah, okay. All right, so C6 to G10. So B6 to 10. So this thing here, okay, I'm going to right click and copy. So just copy. But now, let's go back to that other one, back here. And I did C6 to, I think I did, maybe I did do C6. No, I did C6 to C10, but they want C6 to G10. So C6, I did copy, and I wanted to go from C6, yeah, to G10. There we go. That's where I want to do it. And now paste, link, formatting. That's what I want. So now it's going to be right. Okay, unless I messed it up on the other, but I did C6 to C10, C10. So even redoing it this way, that one's still a-okay. So then these are now done. Okay, so now hit the save. Okay, hit the out, close the file. Okay, so now see it's, so let me go to, I want to submit again. Where's my submit now? 2 of 3 remaining. Let me get out of that, come back to it. So project 3, and then start again. Now I want to now get a new, copy of the new file. So click to browse, and here again is the file, but it should now have updated 1010. Yeah, so it's 1019 1010. My PC clock, it's 1019 1011. So this is the one that I fixed now. So this is fixed. Should be open and submit. This one will be better. Graded summary report. Open the file. Better be a 51 or 50. Oops, 51 or 52. Yay, 56. Okay, thank God. So 1 is done, 2 done, 3 done. So 3 was wrong because I didn't do middle align, but I just showed you how to do it. And then 5, the only problem I was having, I mean, most of the problem I was having was they said C6 to G10, and I look at the difference between a G and a C. It's very, very close, but obviously there's that horizontal line at the top of it, right? I mean, in the, in the, whatever. But anyway, so, but it was C6 to G10, so then it worked. All right, so that, oh, let me again verify that the others are now all right. With that report score, it should be. So let's verify here. So 56 to 5010, 56 to out of 100. So 1 anyway is right. 2 is right. 3 is right. 4 is right. 5 is right. 6 is right. Oh, wait, that's 5 is right. 6 is right. So the scores are here. So they're all 7 out of 7, 7 out of 7. 7 is right. 8 is right. So 7 out of 7. And I didn't do 9. Didn't do 10. They're all 7. All 7, all 7 until the number 13 is at 8. 14 is at 8. And 15 is, oh, there isn't a 15, 14. Okay. All right. So now I have finally finished it. I apologize for how long this video took. I did not want it to take this long. So let me go over here and stop my recording. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you.